Hi, I'm Stuart Anderson from the Ford AVO Owners Club. We're here at the London Classic Car Show celebrating 50 years of the Escort RS2000. So the first car here is a 1974 RS2000 in Olympic blue, freshly restored. It's done precisely 0 miles since it's been restored 3 years ago. It's a standard car with a 2-litre Pinto engine. Everything under the bonnet is fully standard. The RS2000 is a later car, only in production for 2 years, from 73 to 74. It has the Type 49 body shell. The most distinguishing parts are the strengthening points on the inner wings. There are various other different attributes to a Type 49 shell, mostly of which are underneath, you won't be able to see, but yeah, the most visible ones are these.
So this was done for a customer by himself, or was it done by a company for the customer?
It was done by a company for the customer.
Yeah.
So yeah, a full restoration.
Yeah. So is that a new body shell?
No, not a new body shell. So it's probably had some replacement panels, but it's the original body shell.
So this is as it would have come off the production line. It hasn't been modified at all.
No, this is a totally standard as it was off the production line.
Can I have a quick look inside? So again, the inside, everything that I'm seeing here is as it was originally?
Yes, as it was. So some cars would have had a centre console, so we'll look at another car which has a centre console. Some later cars would have had wood trim over the dash and then across the rest of the dash. This one hasn't. It was just what you ordered at the time, basically. Standard RS2000 seats which have been retrimmed. The rest of the interior has been refurbished.
Gorgeous.
So the next car is a diamond white RS2000. This is an older restoration, probably about 13 years ago. Unlike the other two cars that we have on the stand, this is used regularly. It will be going up to the Lake District again this year for an event up there, which is held every year. And generally that has about 200 Mark 1 and Mark 2 Escorts going around the Lake District.
Is it used for competition in this one, or is it just as a show, as competition?
It's used as a daily sort of driver and for going on events, to shows, etc. So this one has the 4 spotlights on the front, which is quite a popular addition to the Escort. Gives it a sort of the rally look, which is what everyone wanted back in the 70s. Everyone wanted to be Roger Clark.
And it's got the sunroof as well, the Basto on it.
Yeah, so that wasn't a factory fit, so that would have been fitted by the dealer. Again, because this is a daily driver, it just makes that a little bit nicer, especially in the summer, because these can get very hot inside. So just having that sort of little bit.
How much history would you have of the car in the sense of ownership and originality, do you think?
For this one, quite a lot. The current owner's had this quite a long time. He was say about 13 years ago, I think, was the restoration on this one. So he has got a collection of cars, and this is the one that he uses for sort of events. Again, this is a slightly later car, so that'd be a 74. With all the sort of later car attributes, like the slight cutout and the back bumper here. Early cars that would have been filled in.
Why did they do that?
Just
cosmetic?
Just cosmetic, really. And then the final car is a multi-award-winning car. This has undergone a full restoration. I think it's won awards at every show it's been to. The underside is probably it's just as good a standard as the top. It's all been fully painted underneath. This one has upgrades. So if we look inside, you can see it's got the steering wheel is an upgrade, and unlike the other other blue one we looked at earlier, it's got the centre console with the Ford period radio in there. This one doesn't have the wood, as I was talking about the wood cappings before. This one doesn't have it, but yeah, fully restored. And then under the bonnet, this is the Group A modification. So it's got twin 44 IDF carburettors with the air filter housing, and these are incredibly rare to find one of those.
It's immaculate, isn't it?
It is immaculate.
Absolutely spot on.
Yes, yeah. So this one has won many awards at various shows.
Well, they're three stonking cars.
Yes.
Absolutely amazing. So you've got three Mark 1s. Why did you decide to have that? Or have you got others in the show? Other RS
Well, it's
radios?
the 50th year. So 1973 was when the RS2000 was first introduced. So this is the 50th year. So what we've gone for at the show this year is three RS2000s. The club caters for Mexico's RS1600s, twin cams, also the RS Capris and 1300Es, all of which were made at Ford's Advanced Vehicle Operations Factory in Avon in Essex. But for this show we've gone purely for RS2000s just to celebrate the 50th anniversary.
Beautiful. Thank you very much indeed. Very interesting.
No problem.